late June, just a couple days away from July, and we had to harvest our garlic, and it's really pretty puny. We ended up with garlic rust this year, and what happens is when it gets this, it's a fungus, when garlic gets the fungus, you'll start seeing little orange pustules on the leaves, and it starts taking over and gets worse and worse to the point where the plant can no longer feed itself. It can't photosynthesize because this rust is coating the entire leaf surface. What that does is it starves the plant, so the plant cannot bulb up. And while this should be about 6 to 8 times the size that it is, it's just stunted. It's not going to do anything more, so we've pulled the crop, harvested it, and we're sharing it out today. The remainder that's here will go to the Saturday gardeners. We are going to refrain from planting garlic this coming fall, except for elephant garlic, because it's not a true garlic, it's a leek. And we'll see, we'll go for maybe 2 years. But what we've had this in the past, we rotated the crop, we got all new rootstock. We've tried everything under the advice of Extension and the experts out there growing garlic. And once you get it in your soil, it's really tough. So I think we're just going to lay low, let it lay fallow for a couple of years. And
then use that bed that's way over yonder.
Well, we already did that. I mean, we used to have it over where the artichokes are, and now, and rhubarb, and now we have had it out by the crack shack, just as far opposite corners as we can, and we still ended up with it. Didn't the first year that we moved it, but the second year. So, garlic usually is a very carefree crop, and you usually harvest it around, in our climate, at the end of July. It'll start naturally withering, and that's an indication that the bulb is ripe.
What about shallots? How do you know the shallots are ripe?
Well, I am not as well versed on shallots, but they usually bulb up. Ours didn't bulb up all that much, but I think because we planted them in the fall. Next year we're going to plant them in the spring.
Okay.
We're actually replanting now. In fact, we replanted a couple of weeks ago, and they didn't get enough water.
Yeah.
So we'll need to replant some and just keep an eye on them. There's 2 schools of thought, I guess, on shallots. You can plant them in the fall and then harvest them spring, or you can plant them in the spring and harvest them in summer. So I think we should try both. You know, this is both an educational and experimental garden, so let's give it a try and see what happens.
Okay.
I also would like to get some different stock because those shallots have never gotten really big like the kind you get in the grocery store. So
Yeah.
there are different varieties that will produce differently. My garlic, I have the same type of garlic at home, and my garlic's big and beautiful and not having a problem. So it's hard to say. So that's the lesson for today. Thank